So something very interesting is going on at YouTube.com, owned by Google, which I believe is owned by what, Alphabet or something? I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on. So yeah, there's some very, very interesting material going on here, and I want to give you an update. So, as you know, YouTube has demonetized myself, and from what I have seen, at least 25 other channels. Including but not limited to people I disagree with, people I agree with, and all of those that fall in between. So this is something that's super duper interesting. So I want to give you a little bit of just like a little, quick, what happened over the last, since yesterday. Well, Fox News posted an article on their website. YouTube's dangerous crackdown on independent journalists. It defies all logic and reason. The clear goal is to disempower alternative media, independent journalist Matt Taibbi tells Fox News. Now, I don't like Matt Taibbi, but, if he's potentially doing things that would back me up, that'd be interesting. So what they did here on Fox News is they embedded Ford Fisher's post here, which you can see right here. So yeah, they embedded this. And now I just want to say, maybe this is my main character syndrome speaking, but I have a tweet that has just about the same amount of retweets and more likes than Ford Fisher's. So I'm just saying, the only reason Ford Fisher got remonetized, which, spoiler alert, he got remonetized right after this article came out. The only reason that happened is because there was a Fox News article about this. So this is I'm not going to read the whole article because I just, really don't care. I don't know if I'm in this article or not. I don't think how is Franco in this article and I'm not in this article? Are you joking? Is that a joke? Come on, man. This guy, has terrible fucking opinions on a daily basis. How is he in the Fox News article? But again, so Ford Fisher's channel got remonetized basically right after this happened. And what's interesting is that YouTube responded to them because Ford Fisher's like, please review other demonetizations. Control F my name. Should I Control F my name? Let me just, little double. Nope, it's not there. My name is not present in this article. Unfortunate. So, Ford Fisher says, thank you to YouTube. Could you please review other takedowns? And YouTube responds to that with this mysterious tweet, which I have editorialized. But yes, after review, the team found your YPP suspension was an over-enforcement. Glad you saw your back in YPP. To answer your cues, your 1/6 footage is still policy violative, which, by the way, my 1/6 footage is also removed. Other channels' YPP removals are not related. All channels are reviewed, actioned individually. So I just wanted, to be honest with you. It came to my attention that the exact same time I received my demonetization email was the exact same time every single other person that has been demonetized has gotten their email at 2:18 p.m. on February 3rd. So they are lying. Now, if they want to say that all the cases are individual and they're going to review them individually, that's one thing. But to say that the YPP removals are not related, that is a factual lie. That is provable to be false. So I want you to understand that YouTube is only remonetizing Ford Fisher's account because he got a Fox News article. That is the only reason, and there is no other reason. This is what I was saying the other day. It's possible that what they did was a widespread crackdown or purge, right? And they're going to say, oh, whoops, our bad to a few people, probably the most popular of the channels. And to my understanding, Ford Fisher may have one of the most popular channels in this whole fiasco that has been demonetized. I think Status Quo is also maybe one of the most popular ones that's been demonetized. But the thing here is they're probably going to say, oops, I didn't mean it. It wasn't my fault. to a few of the popular ones that they feel like will get the most media attention, and then just ignore the rest of everybody else. Again, there's been at least 25 people that I've counted that have been caught up in this fiasco. Some of them I don't even like at all. Like Nico House, I absolutely despise Nico House. He is a neo-Nazi that works with neo-Nazis to promote Nazism. I do not like him. However, he was demonetized at the same exact moment that I was demonetized, and therefore that leads me to believe that there's some fuckery going on, right? Again, every single person I've spoken to got their email at 2:18 p.m. on February 3rd. You cannot tell me that these are all separate incidents. They all happened at the same time, on the same day, and we all had the same warning that our content is, quote, harmful to viewers. None of it was, there was no variation among all of us that have reported this. So, I want to be honest with you. Again, they are lying. YouTube is lying, and you need to know that. So, just being honest, reporting the news. That's news. Now, I'm technically news. Who'da thunk, right? But, again, YouTube not sending their best. But that's the thing, is like, they can just lie, right? And they just assume, all right, we'll just lie. Was it for covering the insurrection? It might have been covering the insurrection. It might have been covering the GameStop thing. I'm not sure. Like, it's possible that they could say that, oh, me covering GameStop and Wall Street is harmful to my viewers, as it may make them invest in GameStop or whatever. Maybe. Like, that it's possible. But they didn't tell anyone that. Right? And I don't know if, like, Nico and Franco and Status Quo and all these other channels, I don't know if they were covering that. I don't know if it's related to January 6th. I don't know. And they won't tell us. They have been lying. Every single response that they've given to every single individual has been different, even though, again, we were all part of the same crackdown. So they are clearly just lying. Either that or it's just a lack of coordination, and the people that are just typing these tweets are underpaid and don't know the full context. That's also possible. But again, if you do want to help me in this moment, I made a Cash App. Andrea the Doggy is my Cash App. I've got a paypal.me/Andrea the Doggy. And my Patreon is Cyberdemon531. So if you want to help me out now that I'm out, probably what will amount to be $1,000 a month or so. Now that I'm out of that money, I'm going to be needing to try to get that income from separate revenue streams. So a lot of people have been very nice over the last, couple days and have been subscribing to my Patreon, have been giving me some cash on PayPal and other stuff like that. And I just want to say I really do appreciate it. And you can find the links in the description, but I will also post them in the live chat as well. Because again, YouTube, I just want to also be very clear at this moment. YouTube is still running advertisements on my channel. The only difference, now there's 3 levels that I've identified. There's full monetization, there's limited monetization, and then there's demonetization. So full monetization means that sponsors aren't limited and, etc. Limited monetization means that only certain sponsors, like low budget ones, are going to be giving advertisements on your video, and as a result, you're going to be making less money. Demonetization is the same thing as limited monetization, except the only difference is that I don't get a cut of the profits. So the same sponsors that are in the same field are doing the same advertisements on the same videos. The only difference is that now, all of a sudden, I don't get a cut. And then also, they are linking super chats to the advertisements, which again, if you want to go out there and say, all right, your channel's a little whatever and we're not comfortable putting sponsors on your channel, fine. All right, I disagree with that, but fine. That's at least an argument. But the idea that I can no longer receive super chats, ridiculous. And again, I want to reiterate that I have $70 locked in Google escrow because they've got a payout threshold of $100. And the month to month, for example, February 1st is the start of the month. So I got $70 between February 1st and 2nd. And then I got demonetized, which means I will never get that $70. So, for example, a lot of my viewers gave me super chats on February 1st and 2nd. They spent money, their own money, they spent because they thought they were giving that money to me. But in reality, they were just giving that money to YouTube. And I want to go out there and I want to post this thing as well. that proves that these people, again, they're not sending their best. They're really not sending their best, and they're just blatantly lying. So one of my viewers, you may know them as JL, tried to request a refund. Given that they literally stole their money. JL spent money, their own money, on Super Chats with the intent to give that money to me. And now, if, assuming I do not get remonetized, I will never get that money. So YouTube got the money, and then they never have to pay it out. That is, in my neck of the woods, we call that stealing. So, again, this is what they responded to JL with. This is Rosavelita with the YouTube team. I hope that you and your loved ones are doing well. What? Thanks for writing in. I understand you're requesting a refund on all your Super Chats purchased from the YouTube channel named CyberDemon531 because you found out that it was demonetized by YouTube and will no longer receive any Super Chat. I hear you, and this is the thing. It's like, I hear you, and like you, I also support YouTube creators. No worries. I'd be glad to offer my help. It's a bot. This is an automated bot reply. I'd be glad. I also support YouTube creators. And again, JL specified that they would like a refund on the transactions from February 1st to February 2nd. That's what they specified. Because those are the transactions, theoretically, I will not be getting the cash for. Right? So then they say, just a heads up. I'm sorry to let you know that unfortunately we cannot refund your Super Chat purchases. In general, Super Chat and Super Sticker voluntary payments are non-refundable, and we can't go through with your refund request. Please let us know if there's anything else that, from support, we can help you with. I apologize, blah, 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 that's out of my control, blah, blah, blah. They literally, I shit you not, they literally stole your money. If you gave me a Super Chat on February 1st to February 2nd and they do not remonetize my channel, your money was stolen. I have $70 amongst my viewers that is locked in payout escrow threshold limbo, right? It is stolen. I will never get that money unless my channel gets remonetized, and it's not looking like that's going to happen anytime soon. So as of this moment, I would recommend sending an email to YouTube. Be nice about it. Be kind about it. Don't, use rude words. Be the most possible, the best way that you can write it in order to elicit a response that you possibly could. Tell them my channel was wrongly demonetized in a recent purge, right? And that because I got demonetized on February 3rd, all the money I got on February 1st and 2nd is locked in payout limbo. And that either you would like them to give me that money or, make it, say, a part of my January paycheck or get a refund on the Super Chats given. That's what I would recommend doing. They are literally lying. They are stealing our money. And this is, I'm the first one that pointed this out, I think. And a bunch of other people, when they saw my tweet about this, came to me and said, oh, I've got $20 in YouTube's in Super Chat and whatever from the February 1st and 2nd. I've got $50. I've got $90. I've got $38, right? So there's a lot of people that are literally having their money stolen from them. And some people managed to get above that $100 payout threshold and they might get their check. But not everyone did, especially smaller YouTubers like myself and others. So I want to be very honest with you. I want to be very clear about with you about the updates to this development. Because again, this is some fucked up ass. And as you may know, I am not a fan of fucked up ass. I prefer my ass to not be fucked up. So as of this moment, I am not remonetized. Ford Fisher has been remonetized, and only because he got a Fox News article. And that does not have any impact, at least as of this moment, on anyone else that was demonetized that just so happens to not be able to get on Fox News.